Alright, let's show a different example this time. So in my equation here, I have 2x plus 4, and that is equals to 8, right? Now, take a look over here, right? So this one is a bit special. So you have 2x over here. And if you notice, and again, this is very important, if you see there is a number attached to an alphabet, it means multiplication, right? I repeat because this is so important. If you have a number attached to any alphabet, it means multiplication, all right? So it doesn't matter what's a number, right? It can be 4, alphabet can be, T, it means 4 times T, right? It means multiplication, right? I can have 10 and Z, okay? This means multiplication, right? That's the operation. Okay, let's go back to this equation over here. Now, how do we solve this? Because in the end of the day, we want to find the value of x over here, all right? Now, how I would usually like to solve this is by using the shortcut way, right? But it is actually very similar to this. So what's going to happen is this. Now, how I would like to think of this is if I have a number and an unknown and they are sticking together, I will not touch it first, right? Just think of them as like, they are good friends, they are hanging out together, so don't disturb them first. Instead, what about this guy, right? It's alone, okay? So what I would usually like to do is arrange them according to their own family. So what do I mean by that? So like this guy over here, it's a number family, and this guy over here also is a number family. And this guy over here actually belongs to the X family, right? Because there's an X over here. So let's put the family together first, all right? This guy is hanging out together, so let's not disturb them first. So leave the 2x over there, okay? Oh, sorry, wrong pen. So leave the 2x over there and bring this 4 to the other side, all right? So in other words, you can say you are subtracting 4 both sides, okay? So when you subtract 4 by both sides, of course, this one, they will cancel, right? And what do you get over here? So you will get 8 minus 4, right? So let's solve this first. So I didn't do anything over here, so this will be 2x. 8 minus 4, it's 4, right? Now, how do we solve this one right now? Like I said earlier, when I have a number and an alphabet sticking together, it means multiplication, all right? So remember when I talk about this dimension thing, right? When you move it across the equal sign, it will become the opposite. So since this is an multiplication operation, if you move the 2 to the other side, what do you get? What's the opposite of multiplication? Right? That's division. So if you move 2 to the other side, you can write it like this. This 2, you move it to the other side, you can write x is equals to 4 multiplication. Move it over here, it becomes division. So how do we write this? We will write in a fraction form. All right? 4 divided by 2. Okay? So from here, 4 divided by 2, your final answer is 2. Okay? And true enough, let's check. All right? It's a good practice to always check if this answer is correct. So what can you do over here is to substitute this number, this value of x, to the main equation and check. All right? So let's do a quick check. So how do I substitute this inside here? So let's take a look. So the equation is written in the form of 2x plus 4 is equals to 8. So 2 is 2. X is 2 as well. But how do we write this? We are substituting this 2 inside here, so we will use a bracket to represent this, okay? To represent x, and then close the bracket, right? And then plus 4, and that will be equals to 8, okay? So again, very similar over here. If you have a number and an alphabet, it means multiplication. And similarly, if you have number and a bracket next to each other, it means multiplication. So all you need to do is to multiply. 2 times 2, you will get 4, plus 4, and 8. And true enough, it satisfied the equation. Okay? Now, another example over here. Right, very similar to this one. So let me write this down. So I have 8x minus 3, it's equals to negative 19. Alright, so very similar to this. How do I find the value of x over here? Now again, put them according to the same family first. If you see they are sticking together, a different family sticking together, ignore them first. They are, hanging out together, right? That is the way how I like to put it. So this negative 3, all right, number family, just put the number family together. So what do you get? So 8x over here is equals to negative 19 minus 3, move over there, you will get plus 3, okay? And what do we get next? So over here, you can solve this, x, which equals to negative 16, right? Okay? So again over here, 8x. 8x over here, right? Numbers and alphabet are sticking together. It means multiplication, right? So when we want to take this 8 to bring over here, it will become the opposite, right? So 8 move over here, what do we get? X equals to negative 16. I did nothing with this, so I will just write this down back. 8 move over here, and remember what operation is? Multiplication, right? So if multiplication move over here, you will get division, right? And so solve this. Negative 16 divided by 8, you will get negative 2, all right? Okay, and again, true enough, if you want to check if this answer is correct, all you need to do is to substitute this to here, all right, to check the answer. So we can do this very fast. The equation is written as 8x minus 3 is equals to negative 19. So 8, just copy back down. What's x right now? X is negative 2, right? And then minus 3 is equals to negative 19. So let's solve for this. Okay, again, when you have a number and a bracket next to each other, it means multiplication. So 8 times negative 2, you will get negative 16 minus 3 equals to negative 19. And true enough, negative 16, okay, you are at negative 16 now. You will go back 3 steps, you will get negative 19. Okay, now all these steps over here that I show, despite them being basic, but it is a very important step in mathematics.